Hi, friends. How are we today? It's Michelle here from Michelle Flair Art, and today I'm just going to do a nice vlog with you. I have been up to a lot this week, so I have a lot to talk about, and we should just get cracking, I think. Let's do this. All right, so this week is exhibition week. It's really been a great and exciting week. On Tuesday night, we had the opening of an exhibition called Before 10, After 5, and it includes 15 emerging ceramicists with between 5 to 10 years experience. And it's being held in a place called Fremantle. And Fremantle this year is the home of the Australian Ceramic Triennial. So it's a big deal, and there's ceramicists from all over the country there. And this exhibition is a part of all the exhibitions that are happening for this event. There's a whole heap of exhibitions going on. It just feels like the whole of Fremantle is just full of ceramicists and ceramic work, and it's really amazing, actually. It's been so inspiring. I've seen so much wonderful work, and yeah, I just want to get my hands back into clay, which is crazy because I thought I'd be moving on from clay after this exhibition finished. We shall see. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that today. I've got some footage from opening night and some footage of the work in the exhibition and what I've been up to throughout the week. But I also want to talk to you about other things I've been doing in the studio. I finished another piece in my Hymn to Her series, so I will show you that and just talk about what I've been up to the past couple of weeks. Actually, I don't think I've done a vlog for a couple of weeks, so yeah. All right, let's get on with this. Okay, I just took my glasses off. That's better. First thing first is I'm going to show you an etching that I was very happy with that I finished in my last etching class. It wasn't this Thursday gone, the Thursday before. Um, let's see. Can you see that? Yeah, so this is an owl. This is an etching I've been working on. I've printed it here in a nice purple color, but I've done a lot of these prints in black ink as well. So this is what it looks like at the moment. I'm going to do a process on it called aqua tinting, which means that it will be shaded in certain areas, so you'll start to get a bit of depth. But I like to do an addition of prints that aren't aqua tinted before I get into that process, just in case something happens. And I also love to add watercolor to these prints. If you've watched any of my other videos where I've shown printmaking, there are a few where I've added watercolor to the etchings. So this is a nice process to undertake, and then I can make every kind of print individual with the watercolors. Yeah, that's that. That was my etching. I've done some other etchings too. This might be hard to see in the camera. I'll see if I can put that up a bit closer. Now, this is an alchemical line. It's interpreted from an image from an old alchemical illustrator, and I added in a bit of the background, a few things going on there. So this is like one of the first prints I did. So this isn't a great print, but this is the image that I etched. So you can see that there. I do have another one as well, but I just haven't got it with me at the moment. Um, so yeah, there's a few etchings going on. I'm in the process of doing that. I sort of have this love-hate relationship with etching. It's such a laborious process, and I often think, why am I doing this? But then when I get a really good print, it's really satisfying. But yeah, I've been doing it for 2 years now. I've been taking classes for 2 years, so you would think that I love it. It's one of those weird things where it's like, is it painful or is it pleasurable? I'm not quite sure. All right. The other thing I wanted to show you was my latest watercolor in my Hymn to Her series. So this is number 7, I think. When I first started out, I was keen to do 9 works. So this is 7, and I'm nearly at 9, and I'll probably do more. We'll see. But this is the latest work. And this is obviously based on Mary, Jesus' mum. Jesus' mum, the one who had the Immaculate Conception. And yes, when I was, conceiving this piece, I thought I really just can't go past the Sacred Heart. It is such a beautiful image. Actually, when I started making art in my early 20s and the internet was all quite new, I had my art name that I used was Sacred Heart Arts, and I had the web domain sacredheartarts.com at that time. It's long gone now, but even my email was like Sacred Heart Arts. I've always had an affinity for the Sacred Heart. And it has popped up over the years in various things that I've done. So I couldn't go past that, and I wanted to change it a bit, but it's just such a profound image with the heart and the flames and the beautiful lily and the sword piercing the heart, and the pain that she feels, like the pain for the world and the pain for her son. And um, yeah, it's just a stunning image. And also for me, as a person who loves bright colors, it was wonderful to paint. You'll often see some kind of 50s-ish images of the Sacred Heart, which are just done in these amazing colors. So I was keen to paint that. And then I've drawn this dove underneath. So, the dove is like a symbol of freedom, a universal freedom. And yeah, it's in eternal rest at the bottom. You can interpret that any way you want. I don't want to give you all of the meanings for the symbols that I choose, but I'll leave that up to you to interpret the way you want to. And I really enjoyed painting this one. I loved painting it, actually. The colors. I got to do a few layers. I got to paint some roses, and yeah. So this is this is number 7 in my Hymn to Her series. And that's all I think I really want to show you from the studio this week. I also did the last week, I put up a video of a quick kind of demo making a wreath out of watercolor butterflies. So if you haven't checked that out, go and check it out if it sounds like something that interests you. I just had a really fun day in the studio, and I filmed it all. So I got to share it with you guys. And that is what I've been up to. I've been gallery sitting this week, so I haven't been in the studio much. I have done some preparing of paper for a couple of new watercolors. One will be for this series that I've just shown you now. It's going to be my next piece for that series. I think I'll save telling you who it's about, but it'll be a very different piece and a very different figure to Mary. Okay. I think we're good now. I think I've told you all I need to tell you. I'm going to put together some footage and just talk through what's been going on, what I've been doing on the weekends, and, a bit from this gallery show for you to look at. And yeah, tonight actually I'm going to an exhibition opening at an art centre in Fremantle. It's like the hub of the arts there. That's where I do my printmaking course, and I've got a piece in like a group. Um, it's well, the whole exhibition is about community and clay. So I've got a piece in that little exhibition. So I'm going to go and see that, and I might take some footage of that too if I can. And yeah. So here is my work for the exhibition, all set up in the space. It's an old church hall, and I had this little space below a window. I loved that it was below a window. It looks so nice late in the afternoon with the shadows coming through. I'm sorry about the flicker. I think it's the fan. And this is opening night. It was really fun opening night. It was actually packed at one point. Yeah, you can see all the people in there. This is a bit earlier, just before we opened. There were lots of people having a look about. And you can see all of the work in there. So let's take a look at our exhibition. It's called Before 10, After 5, and it was a group of 15 ceramicists with between 5 and 10 years experience. You can see that the work in here is super diverse. There's all kinds of creations, and yeah, it was really interesting to see the scope of work. There was a lot of functional wear, but there were also sculptural pieces as well. So it was a real mix of makers. All of these makers are from Western Australia, and Western Australia is a very, very big state. It's the biggest in Australia, and there's a lot of very isolated places in Western Australia. Most people live in the southwest corner. So there were people from right up north, right down south, and from Western Australia's biggest city that I live in. It's called Perth. The exhibition was held in a place called Fremantle, and Fremantle hosted the Australian Ceramic Triennale this year. So there were makers from all over Australia and international makers as well, ceramicists specifically converging in Fremantle for that conference. And there are heaps of exhibitions on in Fremantle at the moment. So it's a wonderful time if you are into ceramics. This, of course, was just one of the many exhibitions that was on in town, and we held this one in an old church hall, which turned out to be a fantastic venue, actually. I feel really lucky to have been a part of this show because, as you can see, there are some amazing makers that were exhibiting, and it's just been really great for me to get to know ceramicists from around the state and here in Perth. So, yeah, I feel really chuffed to have been a part of it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching again. It's always a pleasure to see you in the comments, and I love talking to you and hearing your ideas and stuff. So please pop a comment if you want. Give me a like. It really, really, really helps. Actually, helps a lot. So yeah, love it if you could. If you can't, don't worry about it. You're welcome here anyway. Okay, guys, I will see you. I'm not sure. Probably next week. I'll pop something up, and in the interim, take care. Okay. Bye bye.